So I bought this car online. I got two surprises when it came to the dealership. One, the engine is bad. Listen to the knock. And number two, it's a damn stick shift. Yeah, I'm screwed. Welcome to my nightmare. So we purchased this Honda Fit 2011, really clean car. I bought it online on an online dealer only auction, and I bought it as is. It was in New Jersey, so we didn't see the car before we bought it. And when the car got here, we got it transported. You can hear the engine has a nasty knock in it. But not only that, and that would have been okay. But when I sat down in it, seen it was a stick shift, which kind of sucks because, nobody knows how to drive stick shift anymore. So, oh yes, now we got to replace this engine. Oh, that sounds lovely. Now we got to replace this engine, and stick shifts are always hard to sell too. So only 122,000 miles. But it is what it is, and that's the cards we were dealt, so let's get into it. Mad scientist at work.
I-convert ako dyan pati keyframe. So, I check yung frame. Try left for pati po steer rack there. Yung rubber rack there.
So it's just the rack and it's the. So you have to let go of the frame, drop the frame.
Yeah, left for pati rack. We can't use the rack because yung rack is away na.
Wow.
So, I will left off the rack, pull out the frame.
It looks like it's enough space, but the converter gonna be the problem for.
Yeah, convert ako dyan. So, kawig lang ang
Man, they don't make them like they used to. Nice and easy to work on.
Yeah.
It's so tight up here that no way but to drop it down. Engine and transmission together. All right, so now Captain Ryan has the engine almost out. He wanted to go from, I was saying to take the engine from the top, but he said he wanted to go from underneath. We're taking the engine, it's a stick shift, so we're taking the engine and transmission together here. He's the man on the job, so whatever he says goes, and I just helped him out here, pulling it out. So we got it out here, everything's disconnected. Now we're going to move it out of the way. Now I got the engine on the engine stand. We got a used engine coming for it, 62,000 miles with the warranty, but I just for myself wanted to see what went wrong with the engine. So you can see here I'm just tearing it apart and taking a look to see what happens, and I'll show you in just a second what we found. Well, this sucks, guys. Seems the problem that we had with our engine are these bearings right here. Bearings spun on the caps for the rod, and also the rod. Both of the rod bearings just needed to be changed. Now this is a cheap part. You know, we can get the part relatively cheap, but in today's world, nobody is fixing, especially not in the U.S. No one's fixing engines. You know, to be honest, I really want to fix the engine to see what happens. Because we never have the opportunity to really repair engines over here. Everything is just replaced. That's the world that we live in the West. But you know, if this was overseas in Pakistan and the West Indies, you know, this engine would be up and running in no time. They would repair this engine. But here, you know, we would rather, instead of have the liability of repairing this engine and then it goes down the road and something happens in a few months or whatever, rather have, you know, a used engine that we can get from the junkyard, and we can put it in and give the customer a guarantee, and everybody's happy, you know. But yeah, look, this is the inside of the engine, in case you've never seen with the oil pan off. This was the affected journal on the crankshaft, and you can see here this is the rod. So it's got a little bit of scorching from the bearing being spun, but honestly it looks like it just had started, because it's really not that bad. Once these go for a while, then you know they get really bad, and you know when the crankshaft gets scorched, or the journal on the piston rod, then after that, you know, you really have to replace the engine. But man, this is a damn shame, because the engine even looks clean from inside. It looks like someone actually had maintained it well. I really wonder why the bearing failed, because it's not really common on Hondas to have engine failure. Especially this one has 122,000 miles, so it doesn't even have a lot of miles. But oh well, guys, we're gonna get the other engine coming, and we're gonna get this put all back together, and you know, we'll be good to go after that. All right, guys, it is all set. We got the engine replaced, and this thing is running beautiful again. And now we play the waiting game to see who's gonna want to buy a stick shift. But it's a beautiful car, it's clean. So I got hopes this thing is gonna sell. And that brings us to our next headache here. This is a Corolla. Actually, we bought this from a customer. It's a one-owner Corolla. He's owned it since it was new. This one, fortunately, I bought it knowing it had a problem. It had a bad misfire. And I thought, you know, just by preliminary checking it, I thought probably the head gasket was bad in it. And sure enough, when we pulled it apart, seen the head gasket was broken. It was actually split between, I believe, cylinder 2 and 3. So we got this thing all taken apart now. I am actually repairing this one. We're just changing the head gasket. I also relapped all the valves and everything. So this one is going to be getting put back together soon. So look out for that. And anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. If you guys like this content, let me know. If you don't like the content, let me know that as well. And let me know what kind of content you guys would like to see. And until next time, peace.